flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change directions really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like we're like, oh, we start a fast break. Somebody's gonna get dunked on, and it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Sally, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I'm named the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. When you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit them every time we go to the basket. And he's always on the ground, in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, and he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy is amazing.
We are live at Chicago Stadium. This building has held great events since 1929. Welcome, everyone, to the Eastern Conference Final. I'm Kevin Harlan with Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Miller. We have Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Mike, I hope you can hear me. This Chicago arena is rocking right now.
Well, this city knows how pivotal this game is for the Bulls. It's a must-win situation for Chicago, and they'll need to be at their best to stand a chance.
Oh, and that won't be easy. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Clark, have so far been stifled by this great Piston D.
Well, the Pistons are known as the bad boys, and for good reason. The defense is suffocating, it's physical, it's disruptive, and it's unrelenting. Chicago has to find some way to get their offense going in this series.
As you always say, they hang their hats on their defensive play.
That's right.
Here now, a look at the starting five for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Laimbeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting five for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons' defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leaned away. And he comes up with the deuce. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
Doesn't get any easier for Jordan. Terrific at exploiting the defense in transition.
Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Now, here's Thomas. And it's Paxson with the rebound. And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first two games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Grant. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Tell you what, early in the game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first two games has been solid, but we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. Outside Dumars. Passes it to Rodman. Poked away and stolen by Jordan. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the jam by Paxson.
From the tip, this team has flexed its muscle and shown
start, particularly on the offensive end.
And now the first time out called here for Detroit.
Totally unacceptable, inexcusable, the number of points they're allowing inside.
Yeah, coach can't be happy about that. They have to show more fight down there.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree. And there's a steely determination about this Chicago Bulls team. And with more on that, let's go across the way to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan has been silent with the media this week, but not with his teammates. Greg Hodges says that Michael talked to them. Nothing motivational, just normal. But the Bulls coaches had a different demeanor. They want to stop the early Detroit runouts, stop them early in transitions, and they want more offensive rebounding. Guys?
Thank you, David. More than 19,000 fans in this arena await the fate, Mike, of Chicago.
Detroit has come into this building and won 9 of the last 11. That's making a pretty good statement, especially in a place like Chicago where it's tough to win.
Big statement, you're right. The Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. So not much success for Thomas against the Bulls yet in this series.
2 minutes.
And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Pippen. Jordan's got 14 points.
They've been the aggressors right from the start, asserting themselves from the very beginning.
Yeah, they're setting the tone, and they're doing it on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Thomas. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The Bulls found success with pressure on defense. And here we go again. A deep three from Jordan. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Jordan really confident rising up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he sinks these outside jumpers.
And the Bulls seemingly over their injury issues now. Pax's ankle and Jordan's hip are looking close to 100%.
And you know, Mike, it was obvious how those injuries impacted the Bulls early on. In games 1 and 2, their backcourt was just not at full strength.
And right now, MJ has it going on. His teammates should just continue to get him the rock.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And with their offense sputtering, time to talk things over.
Yeah, they've got to get organized and make more of their opportunities.
Chicago making a switch here. Neely's checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Sally, he's checked in for Edwards. McGuire comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Johnson in for Joe Dumars. They need this. And it's Cartwright with the rebound. Cartwright's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jordan battles through traffic and lays it in. Jordan's got 22 points.
Early on, they built this lead on the power of paint points.
Being aggressive in the paint can take a team out of a game early.
Now, here's Thomas. Knocked loose. Jordan with the steal. Fast break, Chicago. Jordan's running.
You know, this Pistons team is so strong and focused on the road. I don't think the crowd in Chicago is going to be any problem at all for them.
And the Pistons with the second-best road record in the league. A team full of veterans, they have plenty of composure to spare in this series.
Here's Lambier, following the basket by Michael Jordan. From 18 feet away, another one falls for Chicago.
Playing well on both ends of the floor, stifling defense and dangerous O. That's a heck of a combo.
That's what has built this lead.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. With 2 seconds left, and they pick up 2. And he has 28 points for the game.
Jordan's got a lot of flash to his game. A terrific guard, loves getting tricky with his ball handling and creating shots for himself.
And so it's Chicago in complete command. Their lead at 28 points.
2.
Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in for the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second quarter. They've got Lambier. Johnson is out there with Thomas. Then there's Aguayo. And it's Sally in at the 4 slot. Hey, Clark, remember in game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way, and the dunk by Jordan.
Excellent pressure from Armstrong. Wins on the steal. He knows just what to do with it.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. Mike Jordan is coming out of the gate hot, as we can see, shaking off that last 20-point performance.
And this was one of the more predictable things to happen. Jordan is just too competitive and driven to not come out strong after last game.
We knew it was going to happen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
And stolen by Thomas. Fast break, here they come. Looking to end the run, and the rejection by Pippen. And here come the Bulls again. Chicago with the fast break. The basket counts in 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
The Bulls are doing a nice job adapting to the rough Detroit defense. They know the contact is coming, absorb it, and go make a play.
So for the Pistons, James Edwards checked in for Lambier, and it's Dumars in for Johnson.
What separates Jordan from others, in my mind, is his singular focus. Nothing comes between him and the ultimate goal of winning the game.
And the rejection by Pippen. And here's Armstrong. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Right on the bucket.
Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game.
Now, here is Dumars. And then Sally with the dunk.
Sees the floor so well. Thomas adds the assist here.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And with the Pistons' approach, Clark, it's almost methodical how they go about things.
Kevin, it's not only methodical, it is maniacal and physical. And that's what being a champion does to you. This team knows they're great. They feel if they play their game, nobody can beat them physically, but more importantly, emotionally and mentally.
So confident.
What a power surge by these guys. They can't miss.
Literally, what a stretch.
And a look at the 2 stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
Take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
So many different tricks up his sleeve. Makes him a tough matchup.
Coach Fratello, a big issue for them. I know it drives you crazy. Turnovers.
You just can't afford to give away anything in this league.
Now here's Thomas. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Mike looking at this Pistons offense. The pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot, rarely settle for bad ones.
Very smart team. Detroit making a switch. Henderson's checked in. And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the Bench Bandits in Detroit. They wear rubber bands on their left wrists, and if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. It's kind of a painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
Seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. Here's Rodman, following the basket by Michael Jordan. 5 on the clock, and they get it. And Dennis Rodman with the slam.
Really good cut from Rodman. They're being rewarded for working hard in that screen and roll action.
Jordan looking it over. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Nothing wrong with the mid-range J to keep padding to the lead.
And they gave him a bit too much space on that chance. Need to tighten up the D.
Aguirre, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Lets the 3 fly, and there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Neely. Neely's got his 3rd assist on the night. Trying to find a way out of this rut, Mike.
Yeah, looking to regain some momentum offensively.
A fader, and it's good off the back rim and in. 55 points for Michael.
Really good vision, very unselfish. That's why you run offense through Scottie Pippen.
Ball stolen. Here we go, 1-on-1. Kicks it out to Jordan. Another 3 for Chicago.
3-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Tipped away. And he makes good on the layup. Jordan's got 60.
Inside, Jordan runs into some good coverage, but he keeps his cool, finds a way to beat it.
Dumars the pass to Rodman. Back to Dumars. Edwards trying to get open, and Dumars throws it down.
Unbelievable explosion. Showed a great burst to the rim, then extended over the tall defender.
From deep 3-point range, out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Hodges checked in for B.J. Armstrong. Detroit also making some changes. Lambier checks in for Aguirre, and it's Johnson in for Gerald Henderson. Got a piece of it. Johnson outside, fires from 18. Chicago grabs the miss.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Cartwright gets the bucket.
Perfect pass there, understanding how to set up his teammate.
And here's Dumars outside. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Bulls out front, just dominating this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter. Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown. And so here is Chicago.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
Cartwright is out there with Grant. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Jordan. And it's Neely in at the points. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. And the rejection by Pippen. From downtown, sinks the 3-pointer. Neely's got his first 3 points of the game. Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in the series, it seemed.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
And again, Chicago turns it over. Paxson, he's checked in for Chicago.
Now into the lineup for your Bulls.
Second half just getting started. About a minute play. Paxson with the steal.
And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
Paxson against Dumars. On the wing, Rodman. The kick out to Dumars. Upside Thomas. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, that's another low percentage shot. He's been settling throughout this game for those kinds of shots.
Jordan with the bucket. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
Kings checked in for Chicago. Then for the Pistons, Sally comes in for James Edwards. And Aguirre subbed in for Dennis Rodman.
And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
Stolen by Dumars. Jordan in the corner. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got his 4th assist in this one. And so Thomas will bring it up for the Pistons. Searching for that first bucket here in the 3rd. If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games. And the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. It's like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rival. And here is Thomas following the 3-pointer by Michael Jordan. Can they get it? And that one hits back iron.
They desperately need something to fall.
Well, they're on the wrong side of a big run. Never a good feeling.
Sinks that one from the post. Jordan's got 11 points here in just the second half. And Jordan Mike continues to get things to fall. What a show he is putting on tonight.
You can see the fire in Jordan's eyes. He's on a mission to make a statement this game.
Now, here's Dumars. Aguirre passes to Lambier. And it's King with the rebound.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there. Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
Everything is going exactly how their coach drew it up. Top to bottom, this is the pinnacle of execution.
Outside, Aguirre. And there's the pass to Thomas. Here's Lambier. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Bulls ball.
So for the Bulls, who comes in for Grant, and Hodges subbed in for John Paxson. Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
It's been wonderful. Johnson with the block. Here's Aguirre. King with the block, and they'll keep possession. Sally passes to Aguirre. That one a little long. A tremendous team effort, Mike, offensively from them tonight.
Well, they've been unselfish, plus lots of different scorers out there.
Things you all appreciate.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul ball.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. He's perfect from the line this time. 51 seconds. Purdue the pass to Jordan. And there it is for him.
I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche.
It's tipped. Purdue the pass to Jordan. And that one drops for him. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Shot to stop the run. Got a piece of it.
The 7-footer will produce saying, no, no, no.
Over Aguirre. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Here's Thomas. King with the block. Jordan up.
Your Bulls, 93.
Here we go. The fourth quarter on the way in this crucial game 3 in the East.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson.
And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. We've got Rodman. Bedford out there with Sally. And it's Henderson. And it's Johnson in at the shooting guard position.
Nice find there by Rodman leading to the bucket.
And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
And Jordan slams it in.
This is why so many love watching Jordan play. Such an explosive dunker.
Mike Fratello, what a gigantic night for Michael Jordan against these Detroit Pistons.
First game of the series at home. You knew this would be Michael's time to shine. What a memorable performance from an elite player.
Against these bad boys from Detroit. With the drive, Johnson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Rodman dishes to Henderson. Pass to Sally. 4 on the clock. Back to Henderson. From the wing. And it's King with the rebound. Mike, they have been fantastic tonight, haven't they?
What a performance from them.
Wow. Henderson against Armstrong. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Johnson, and it's blocked by Jordan.
With an incredible 4-foot vertical leap and that 6'11" wingspan, it's tough to get a shot over Jordan.
And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Now the turnovers, Mike Fratello, have been plentiful for the Bulls, but here they are ahead nevertheless.
That's just how it works out sometimes. Still, they want to keep trying to limit giveaways as the series goes on.
Here's Bedford. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Johnson can't hit.
They can't expect him to miss that shot consistently.
Here's Jordan. Johnson with the block. Rodman with the ball. He's picked up by Pippen. Rodman's shot is off.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that. All too easy for Jordan. Just unfazed by anything the defense throws at him. He's got an answer.
And the Pistons with possession. Johnson, the pass to Rodman. And here's Henderson. Pass to Johnson. Takes the 13-footer. Detroit, no good that time either. And here are the Bulls now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Johnson with the block. They want to break this scoring drought, Mike.
Well, they've had a lid over the basket for a while now.
Indeed. And Jordan sends it back. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
Team foul. At the line for Chicago, Michael Jordan. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Some changes for Chicago. Neely's checked in for King. Hodges comes in for Pickle. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. Hastings, he's checked in for the Pistons. Greenwood comes in for Rodman. Now here's Johnson. Paxson with the steal. Here's Jordan. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Using his tremendous strength and body control. Jordan shrugs off the contact and gets the shot to fall.
It's tipped and stolen by Jordan. And Jordan slams it home.
Pretty artful dribbling displayed by Jordan there, and it completely baffled the defender.
And Detroit with another turnover here.
Chicago ball.
Knocks it loose. And the Bulls get it back. Inside. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, if he's not there contesting it, they probably make it. His energy is just outstanding.
I don't care what your lead is or how many points you're up. I think you should always be looking to add to it. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive move right at the rim. Driving another nail into that coffin.
Now here's Henderson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Jordan. And so here is Chicago. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
The big man, Purdue, possesses a good feel for when to give it up.
Purdue.
.104 left to play here in the fourth. Up top, Henderson. Got a hand on it. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Jordan. And Bedford pulls it down.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Henderson passes to Bedford. Henderson against Jordan. And it's in there.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Henderson kicks to Johnson. Henderson dishes to Johnson. Out left to the wing. Here's Greenwood. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Jordan. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Chicago ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Jordan. Right through the knee for the layup.
He's having a nice night tonight. The option for this team so far.
Like in a game they needed to win so badly, Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
Series now moves to 2-1. The Bulls are very much in it. This team showed a lot of mettle fighting for the looks they got converted when they needed to.
And for the Pistons, Clark, they'll be feeling the pressure in Game 4 for sure.
As they should. They don't want to let this series get tied up. Nobody wants to deal with the 3-game series against Michael Jordan. I'd expect them to bring it for Game 4.
I would too. So for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge.